Welcome to New Sky TV, Exploded. Wang Haozhen and Guo Yuxin's late-night hug ignites the entire internet. Behind the short drama CP frenzy, is the boundary between actors' personas and their true selves collapsing? At 2 a.m. in Hengdian, a time when the lights should be dimming, the crew should be wrapping up, and the actors should be returning to their lives, a hug completely spiraled out of control. The cameras shakily panned, the street lights cast a yellowish glow, and the night shrouded the set like a thin veil. Just when everyone thought it was just a normal late-night visit, Wang Haozhen suddenly appeared in front of Guo Yuxin. The next second, she practically rushed over and hugged him, her movements natural and her emotions genuine, as if the world outside the script had transformed into a love story set. The video was only a few dozen seconds long, but it soared to the top of the trending charts on major platforms within hours. The comment section was like a powder keg that had been lit. "This isn't acting, eyes don't lie, this is a real-life CP, they must be real." A late-night hug ignited not only the emotions of fans, but also acted as a fuse, detonating the long-hidden sensitive nerves of the entire short drama industry. Because people suddenly realized, when actors' off-screen interactions are sweeter than the plot, more real than the dialogue, and more captivating than the script, are viewers watching a work of art, or consuming real life. The reason this late-night visit to Hengdian caused such a stir wasn't because the hug itself was particularly special, but because it occurred within a story that had been fueled by CP, couple, emotions for 8 months. When My Mr. Right aired in August 2025, the market didn't anticipate this short drama becoming a phenomenal hit. Without top-tier production, without superstar actors, and even with a limited marketing budget, it still broke through 1 billion views at an astonishing speed. The reason is simple: viewers were completely captivated by the chemistry between Wang Haozhen and Guo Yuxin. Their eye contact didn't feel like acting, but rather a genuine exchange of emotions. Their hugs didn't feel like scripted scenes, but rather a natural flow of feelings. Their intimate scenes were even described by fans as acting without any sense of distance. The short drama industry's most acute sense always comes from data. Views, bullet comment density, CP, couple, edit dissemination index, and fan-created content frequency all surged within a month. The platform quickly concluded that this CP had extremely strong market conversion potential. Thus, Meteor Shower was swiftly approved 4 months later, with the second collaboration proceeding at near accelerated pace. From the script to the filming schedule to the promotional rhythm, everything revolved around a core logic: the CP's popularity must continue. This was not only a creative decision but also a business calculation. The short drama industry differs from traditional film and television. Its survival depends on instant emotional conversion. If viewers like something today, they want to see new interactions tomorrow. If they ship a CP today, they want to see new sweet moments tomorrow. Once the hype dies down, the market quickly shifts to the next target. Therefore, the CP is not only the core of the plot but also the core of traffic. The interactions between Wang Haozhen and Guo Yuxin were constantly amplified within this industry logic. Details of the snow kiss scene were edited into slow motion and disseminated. Behind-the-scenes footage of him giving up a chair on set was interpreted as gentlemanly tenderness. The wrap-up hug was seen as proof of emotional outburst. Even a simple eye contact could be edited into a 30-second deep gaze. Fans' emotions gradually shifted from liking the character to believing in the real person. The market didn't stop this shift. The more realistic the on-screen couple, the more stable the popularity. The closer the interaction, the more efficient the dissemination. The more intense the emotions, the more obvious the commercial value. Thus, a subtle change quietly occurred. Actors began to do more than just act. They began to maintain an atmosphere of anticipated relationship. The late-night set visits were simply a natural extension of this logic. Wang Haozhen rushing from another set was essentially a colleague's concern. Guo Yuxin running over for a hug was essentially a pleasant surprise from a familiar partner. Chatting shoulder to shoulder while taking photos was essentially a relaxing moment for work colleagues. These behaviors are not uncommon in real life. But in the context of on-screen couples, they are redefined. Hugs are no longer just hugs, but emotional signals. Leaning on the shoulder is no longer just a habit, but proof of intimacy. Set visits are no longer just friendship, but clues to a romance. Viewers began to automatically piece together the story. Reality was treated as a sequel, interactions as evidence, and details as truth. Thus, a question gradually surfaced: when audiences begin to expect actors to continue their on-screen relationships in real life, Can the actors still maintain their own real lives? This is the core of the industry discussion sparked by the late-night hug incident. The rapid development of the short drama industry has made on-screen couples, CPs, the most effective tool for generating traffic, but it has also blurred an important boundary. Actors are the creators of characters, not the characters themselves. The charm of art, in essence, comes from fiction. Audiences are moved because the story is real, not reality. They become engrossed because the characters are moving, not the actors. Once reality demands a replication of the plot, actors become trapped in their roles. They must maintain intimacy, but cannot truly be intimate. They must express emotions, but cannot cross boundaries. They must maintain the relationship, but cannot lose themselves. This is an invisible pressure, and the most complex aspect of the short drama CP culture. Some say that audiences simply want to see beautiful relationships. Others say that CP interactions are simply part of the industry's marketing. These statements are not wrong. But what truly deserves reflection is a deeper issue. When actors' embraces are interpreted as love, when interactions are expected to continue, and when reality is treated as a continuation of the plot, the once clear curtain between art and life is slowly thinning. And once that curtain disappears completely, actors will no longer be just actors, and audiences will no longer be just audiences. At that point, personas will become shackles of reality, emotions will become tools of commerce, and relationships will become bargaining chips for viewership. Wang Haozhen and Guo Yuxin's late-night embrace was indeed sweet, so sweet that one would believe it was genuine emotion, but precisely because of this, it's more like a mirror, reflecting the most subtle reality of the short drama industry. Audiences crave authenticity, the market needs emotion, and actors are caught between their roles and their own selves. Perhaps what's truly worth anticipating isn't whether they embrace in real life, but whether they can create new characters, new stories, and new emotional tension in their next work, allowing the audience to return to the work itself. When on-screen couples become the core of viewership, an unavoidable question inevitably arises: when audiences become increasingly engrossed in real-life interactions outside the drama rather than the plot and characters within it, is the short drama industry truly creating art, or is it simply creating an unstoppable emotional consumption frenzy? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.